Hello, all. Hope you're doing well. So, in this video, we are going to discuss some of the compounds, like how we are going to name IUPAC to these organic compounds, IUPAC name. So, let's look at the first question. So, if you see, this is CH3CH and there is a double bond. And if you see, there is CH3 whole twice. So, these two CH3s are basically bonded to this particular carbon. So, let's try to write it again for your understanding. So, double bond and one CH3 you have to put over here. So, already there is a double covalent bond over here, so there is no need of hydrogen. Now we need to name it. Now from where we need to start the numbering. So if you see, if you start the numbering from left hand side, you will get the double bond at second position. So it will be something like this 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have told this previously also, when it comes to double bond in the middle, or you can say anywhere in the long chain, in the main parent chain, you always need to take the lower number. So between second and third, you have to take the lower number 2. But this is not the correct numbering because we are ignoring this fact that you have an alkyl group. If you can see over here, if we do this kind of numbering, then we are giving a bigger number to this alkyl group. This is CH3. This is called as methyl group, which is not numbered. So this is our parent chain and this is the substituent. So you can even number this CH3 as 4. Then also the name will be exactly same. But we are not going to do the numbering correct. We are not doing the numbering correctly right now. So it will be on the opposite side. So reason being, even if we have an opportunity, if we can give the double bond and this methyl group lower number, that is 2. So why not? So if we have this opportunity in this entire structure, so why can't we do the numbering from the right hand side? We can do. So if we do it from the left hand side, then it will be wrong because then the double bond position will be fine, but the alkyl group will get a bigger number, bigger locant position, that is 3. So we have to give the lower position. That's the IUPAC guidelines tells us about. So the name will become this, there is methyl at second, so it will be 2 methyl. Then between a number and alphabet, hyphen will come and word root. Word root over here is nothing but the maximum number of carbon atoms in the main parent chain. So we have 4 over here. So but, and then we have a double bond. Now if this double bond was there on the terminal carbons, then you could have written just butene or but1ene, both are acceptable. But since it's coming in the middle, so between 2 and 3, if you see over here, you have to take the lower number. So this will be but2ene. That's the answer. So now we go to the next question. Now in this question, if you see, we have a triple bond and double bond both. So what we are going to do over here? In this case, we have to take some priority. So if you see over here, from where we should start the numbering, that's a question which comes to our mind, right? So if you start the numbering from here, let's say from the right hand side, you will get triple bond on the second position, then double bond on the fourth position. So I'm going to write it over here. Second, 2 plus 4. That's going to be 6. I'm just writing the position of double and triple bond. Irrespective what is the correct answer, we are just trying to make sense of these rules. Then if we start from the left hand side, so the double bond will come at first position and the triple bond will be at third position. So this will be 4. So technically, if we start from left hand side, then we are getting the sum of this double and triple bond positions in the main parent chain as 4. That is a lower number compared to what we are getting in the above if you start the numbering from the right hand side. So 6 is something that is not acceptable because it's a bigger number, something we even call it as locant sum rule. But there is another way we can see this compound. One thing is there, when we write ene and ine, alphabetically E comes first. So why can't we give that double bond a lower locant position? We can. So alphabetically E is coming, so we'll start the numbering from here. 3, 4 and 5. Correct? So there is no alkyl group. So we will start the naming from the word root. So word root over here is pent. And then you have to write Over here, if you see the double bond between 1 and 2, 1 is a lower number, so pent 1 ene. Don't write ene, just omit this e. That's again a rule, right? Just omit this e. Then at third position, you have triple bond ine. That's the answer. So follow this, not this, right? Now we go to the next one. Now this is in the case of bond line notation. So we have two double bonds. So you can actually make the structure like this. If you are not comfortable with this bond line notation, both are okay. So here hydrogens are done. So now if you see, you have two double bonds. Now in this case, we need to remember one rule, that if you have more than one double bond or more than one triple bond, if same is there, like, not in this situation, like we use different, not in that case, but if you have same, then the word root alk will become alka. So over here, alka will be used. So there is no prefix. We will be starting from the word root. So this is you can say, how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are there. So this will become penta. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can start the numbering from anywhere. You can start from left hand side, you can start from right hand side, it's up to you. So one position and then fourth position is there. Penta 1, 4, diene. So can you see in the suffix, in the primary suffix, you have a prefix, and these prefixes are not going to be used in the alphabetical order. So diene stands for there are two double bonds at 1 and 4 position. And penta, that's again a rule if you have two double bonds. Then we go to the next one. Now again, if you're not comfortable with the bond line notation, you can draw like this just for your understanding and as per your comfort. Here. You can put the hydrogens. See, some people don't add hydrogens, but I always suggest that hydrogens should be there if you are making a condensed formula. Here. Now where we should start the numbering, now that's a question mark. So if we say, let's say if we start from here, you can start the numbering from here. Like again, we are just trying to make sense from where we should start. So from this kind of structure, you can see it is more or less like symmetrical. It doesn't matter you start from this side, or you start from, you can say, right hand side, this carbon or this carbon. It will be the same name, right? So if I start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can go up 5 and 6. That's wrong because it will be a shorter chain. 5, 6, 7. So we have, you can say, the long chain like this. You can go like this also if you want. You can go like this. Here, if you can see over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or you can go like this also if you want. Here. Correct? So anyway, you will go, it will be always going to be the same name. So let's start the numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you have the methyl group at second position, and you have ethyl. If you can see, this is C2H5. So this is your at fourth position. And then at sixth position, you have another methyl, if you can see that. So now how to name this? So alphabetically, when it comes to alkyl, we have ethyl. E comes first alphabetically and methyl is going to be coming later on. So we are going to start the name like this. It will be 3-ethyl, then 2,6 dimethyl heptane. Hept stand for 7 carbon in the main parent chain. At second and sixth position, you have methyl group. Now again, if you start the numbering from this side, right hand side also, it will be same. So then this will be 2, this will be 6, but your you can say this ethyl group will be at fourth carbon always. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. So that's the answer. So, and please, Try to understand this 3-ethyl 2 comma 6 dimethyl. This entire thing is your secondary prefix. We are still not doing the cyclic structure, so this primary prefix is still not there in these nomenclature examples. Hept is a word root and ane is a primary suffix. So again, we still haven't done secondary suffix. So moving ahead to the next question. So now in this example, if you see, this is a very simple one. It looks complex, but it's very simple. So you start from any terminal carbon: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So there are no alkyl groups. If you can see, it's a straight chain. In whatever shape they have given, it's a straight continuous carbon chain. You can say having maximum number of carbon atoms, which are 12. So this will be called as dodecane. That's it. We don't have a prefix, right? All are single bonds. And dodec is basically standing for 12 carbon atoms. Ane stand for all single bond. That's it. Done. This is the answer for this one. So now next we are going to move towards this one. If you can see, this is a little complicated. If you can see that. Now, if we see in this example, how many carbon atoms do we have in the main parent chain? You can do this. And please, I am answering these, but you can always pause the video when I show the screen for the question, and you can try on your own. Give a wrong answer, doesn't matter. Try. Even if you're wrong, at least I'll correct that. So you'll be able to learn something, right? So, but don't listen to these examples just like that. Just like you have a book and there are questions and there are answers given over there, and you're just cramming without even scratching your brain what they are trying to say over here, just because you want to pass the exam or something like that. So make some sense when it comes to questions. So quickly moving to this one. Now, if we start the numbering from this one, so it's a long way, right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're getting 9 if you go down. So, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, this way you're getting 10. So, obviously, we will take this as a long chain, this one. But we won't start the number from the left hand side. We'll be starting from the bottom right. So we'll be starting from here. So this is 1 carbon, this is 2nd, this is 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So this is decane. Now can we see one thing? This you can say over here we have a structure, right? So it looks like it's a continuous chain, but I think I missed writing one more CH3 over here. So let's write that. Now it makes sense. So whatever structure I wanted to make. Okay. Now this is a complex branch, right? So complex branch in the sense like this is a branch inside branch. So what we are going to do about it? So this 5th carbon is a main parent chain, right? So at 5th, you have a branch inside branch. So I'll just number this first carbon directly bonded to, you can say this carbon as 1. Then you go continuously. So this will be 2. And you number this as 3. Your wish if you want to go up over there, or you can go at the bottom 3. So now if you can see, this is an alkyl group which is not numbered. So it's a branch inside branch. Right, so how to do that? Now we don't have any other alkyl group, we just have this complex branch attached to the 5th carbon of the main parent chain. So this will be named as, how to name all this? Like you have to open the bracket. So at 5th position, open the bracket. So at 2nd, you can say carbon over here. If you can see this one, this I'm talking about. So 2 methyl, and then the long chain inside the branch. Can you see this long chain? This is having 3. So we are not going to write propane because that will be against the rules. We still have a decane. So it will be propyl because it's still a branch. So 2 methyl propyl, bracket close, and then you're just going to write decane because we don't have any other alkyl group. Done. So you have to use the brackets, that's again a rule, right? You have to number the carbon immediately bonded to the carbon of the main parent chain as 1. Then you go continuous, and if there is an alkyl group, you address it, the position, the locant position in the alkyl group, and keep this, you can say, main parent chain in the branch as alkyl because it's actually an alkyl, it's a branch inside branch. Then we go to the next one. Now in this, so let's have a look. We have a double bond. How many times? We have 3 times double bond, if you can see. So now if you can see over here, we have to start the numbering from this side, because if you move from here, so let's write the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Right, so obviously you can't go down. This is always going to be ethyl. Now if we use this numbering, then we have double bond at 2nd position, we have at 5th position, we have at 9th position. So ignoring the alkyl group. So this is like a very big number. So this is going to be 16. Right? So now if we go from the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Then what do we have? We have one double bond position. We have at 5th position. We have at 8th position. So this is going to be 14. Still, it's better, right? So we will not follow this. We will follow moving from the right hand side. So if this is done, the locant sum rule is done, that we figure it out. So let's try to name this. So we will start from the alkyl. We have only one alkyl in this, and that's at the 4th position. So it is going to be 4-ethyl. C2H5 is ethyl. Then again, you remember that alka part, if you have more than one double bond, so we have 3 double bonds over here, then the word root is going to become alka. So this will become deca. So deca, then 1, 5, 8, try. That's the answer. Right? Moving to the next one. So this is a simple example actually, but yes, one concept we can understand through this. So if you see over here, from where we should start the numbering? Should we start from this side, like left hand side, or we should start from the right hand side? If you see, both the alkyl groups are going to fall on the 2nd position if you move from left or right, but which one to choose? So I would say, according to IUPAC nomenclature rules, we will be giving the lowest locant position to the more substituted carbon. So this is the more substituted because it has 2 alkyl groups over here. So if you see this carbon, it's having only one alkyl group, one methyl, and if you see this carbon, this is having 2 alkyl groups. Now you can actually number this as 1, 2nd, 3, 4 and 5, or you can actually number this as 1. It's going to be same name. So I hope you understood why we are starting from the right hand side, because this is more substituted. The 2nd carbon of the main parent chain is more substituted. It's having 2 alkyl groups, whereas this carbon, we can't start from the left hand side because this carbon is having only one alkyl group. Okay, so moving ahead to the naming. So we are going to repeat the number twice. This is again a rule. So if you have the same alkyl groups on the same carbon of the main parent chain, so you have to repeat the number also as many times it's required. So over here, these alkyl groups 2 are there, which are attached to the 2nd carbon of the main parent chain. So 2, 2. Then you even need to add the 4th carbon. So then you're going to write trimethyl, and word root is pentane, 5 carbon. That's the answer. Now moving to the next one. Now this is very simple. This is like you start from anywhere, right? We have one more. So you start from left hand side, you start from right hand side. The name will be exactly same. So let's start from left. 3, 4, and 5. You can number this also as 5. It's up to you. You can number this also as 1. It's up to you. So you can start from anywhere. The name is going to be same. So this will be 2 comma 3 comma 4 trimethyl pentane. Actually, you can go this way also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you go like this I'm talking about, this can also make sense, right? But don't go like this. No. That's like no, big no. That's having only you can say 4 carbon atoms. So we need 5 as a main parent chain. You can go like this also, or you can go straight. It's up to you. So there are multiple possibilities, right? The name will be the same. Okay, now moving to this one. So this is the last one in this video. So we have, so it's very simple. If you can see that from where we are going to start the numbering from the left hand side, that's an easy one I took. So 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it feels easy once you have done those previous questions. That's why it feels easy. So this is going to be 2 methyl heptane. That's the answer. So I hope you liked this video and you were able to understand all these questions. If so, then please like, subscribe, and share these videos to your friends, whoever is in need, whoever doesn't like chemistry. So, anyways, so I'll be uploading many videos because I've been, you can say 2 weeks gap was there. So, when it comes to teaching, so your voice is very important. And if you're sick, your voice doesn't make sense, right? And it will be very, you can say, funny to listen to a video where the person is basically sneezing 20 times or maybe more than that. So that will become more of a funny video instead of a learning video. Anyways, so I'll be uploading more videos about various other chapters. So on multiple, you can say simultaneously, I'll be uploading, you can say this different chapters, so that you can have a lot of variety of, you can say, concepts that you can learn. Okay, thank you so much for listening this to this video.